Hello, all. In case you haven't noticed, I have been moving away from Dead by Daylight and kind of switching to Overwatch. So I figured I've played Overwatch for quite a while now. I have 400-ish hours on it. I'm a Platinum Diamond player, so I figured I'd just make a tier list to reflect my opinions on like the meta and how every character is doing in it. I guess just because also I like tier lists and I've played a lot of Overwatch now, and I think it's a fun game. And yeah, so we get started with uh, Diva. Also, I should probably explain every category. I guess it's self-explanatory. S, like the meta picks, what you'll see in Overwatch League, what you'll see just normally run, and what will stomp you if you're probably not running it. um, A, those are just picks that can be substituted for those S picks. You know, sometimes they're stronger on certain maps, or they're just good all around. B picks, those are just really good picks. Not really good picks. They're just decent picks. Like you can't really always go wrong. You can't go wrong with them, but they're not like the best. Kind of like A, except you can't go wrong with them, but they're one of the better ones. And then C, it's like map dependent. Like they're not good. You can't really just play them all the time if you want to win a lot. And then D, you just don't play them if you want to win, like, or you just avoid it. They're even more niche and map dependent than C, but they can still be countered quite easily. So I'm gonna start off with Diva S tier. The Overwatch League pick rates just kind of reflect Diva's strength, how she can fit into almost any comp, dive, rush, stuff like that. Diva's just really good in. She can peel for her backline, protect her other tank, I guess. I mean, she can just do so much. She has a decent ult, can be impactful. Pressure, zone, get her mech back, just little things like that. Um, yeah, Diva has a lot going for it. Plus, she's been getting a lot of buffs, and her remech is that. I mean, that gets a lot of kills. You'd be surprised. Let's go to Orisa. I don't know with Orisa because I feel like there are better tanks, but I feel like she could be A tier just because like I don't know. This is a tough pick. I want to put her B because she's okay, right? You can't. I mean, you can't go wrong with an Orisa. Actually, you don't want to play like Orisa. Like you can't just play Orisa on every map anytime you want. I almost want to put her in niche because like you pick her on like like that's when you really want an Orisa. You pick her with like a hog, but you're not gonna bring Orisa with rush. You're not gonna bring Orisa with dive. You don't want to pair up with Zarya. You don't want to. You can pair up with Orion, but I don't really know about that. Like you don't really want to use Orisa. Like if I could put it in between C and B, I probably would. But I don't know. Her pull's good, but like you need a lot of coordination from that. And like diamond or below, you don't always get that. Diamond you do, but anything below that, you really don't. And I guess that'll give me Hog too. Now, I'm gonna go off of Hog's buff on PTR or experimental, and I want to put him in B. I probably would put him in niche just because you don't really want a Hog, especially if you're playing in like higher ranks, which I'm not really in the higher ranks. I'm just a low diamond, high plat player. But even then, I know that he's not that good. Like Ana's just the best healer, like one of the best healers, not the best, but she's just insane, and she just shuts down a good Roadhog. Like I don't know, she just shuts him down quite easily. So yeah, I feel like with the new buffs though, characters that can farm ults off of him quite easily are gonna, farm a bit less ult. It's not a huge buff, but it's decent enough. Like he's not gonna feed a lot as much as he does. Let's go on to Ryan. I don't know. I want to put Ryan in S, but I feel like he's starting to fall off with the rise of Sigma, which I'm gonna put Sigma in S. But I want to put him like up front because Sigma's just so strong. He really is. Like he's a stun. He's insane primary fire. He's decent shielding. He has defense matrix on cooldown. That gives him shield. He's an insane ult. Like take everything into, but just take everything into account for Sigma. He just does everything. He has a stun. He's CC right away. His ult CC is a shield. His DM. He has shielding health. I mean, I guess that's something. He just has so much going for him. So I just want to put Sigma in S tier now. Monkey. Uh, I want to put Monkey in S, but I almost feel like Monkey's like an A pick. Like you don't always want to run Monkey with a lot of McCree's going around. With Echo, they'll just delete you. Even sometimes Hog being played. Like if you don't have a Zarya, I don't think Monkey's really someone who you should be playing anyway. Zarya or Diva, because of course Diva can DM for you and she helps you in your dives or can bubble you. Oh, also Brig. Brig's a really good pick right now too. Also, I'm a Brig main too. So like, I know I love playing against the monkey as Brig just because he's free Inspire basically, unless it's a coordinated deck. Ball. I'm gonna go off of, even though I feel like Ball is still an S tier tank, but I'm gonna also consider his live changes. Oh wait, no, that's right. It's not PTR, it's mental, whatever. It actually came to live. So yeah, Ball's pretty good. He can. The ball's just good. He can call displacement, damage, 50 free damage for the roll, 100 for the pile driver. Falls off a little bit farther you go, but you get the idea. Adaptive shields, decent ult. I mean, his ult just you wait for the right time and it'll destroy people. Um, yeah, there's a lot to ball. It's just you don't want to. Of course, you don't want to run him without like I don't know. I mean, you could run like hog ball torture. I guess that's what they call it. But like, you don't really want to run that. It's just so much ult charge for the enemy team, and every time I have a tank line that runs that, we seem to lose. But you want to have like a stronger tank, like someone who can like Sigma. The Sigma ball is a great tank combo. You kind of want to run that. Like balls, you can you can run ball in every game, but you want to make sure you're running like you could run Ball Diva or Ball Sig or even maybe Ball Ryan, but I don't know about that because Ryan really gets his strength when you like Azaria, which I'll put her in S tier too. When you have Azaria who bubbles him and gives him that ability to kind of go in, blocks the nade, counters the nade effect, puts can get healing pumped in him while he has that bubble on him. Diva who can DM for him, who can just follow up on his damage, who can pressure the other Ryan, who can, I mean, she can do all sorts of some same things, save the healer so he gets kills, like all that. Now I want to go to Ash. Now Ash is tough. Really, Ash is kind of a tough pick. I want to say A, but I feel like she's. It's tough because actually I faced a couple of like good Ashes and they're just so hard to play against. Their dynamite's always up, always using dynamite on cooldown, off cooldown. Coach Gun makes her kind of difficult to dive. She's pumping that decent damage with her hip fire or scoped in damage. Um, I feel like also no, that's right. The Hiskins got nerfed, and like Ash is a sniper too, and I feel like she didn't really. She should have got like the Widow buff too, where they kind of increased her range to kind of account for the fact that she's a sniper or whatever. Unless she's not a sniper, I'm pretty sure she's a sniper though. Tuan, I want to go with Bastion. Okay, this one I want to put Bastion in like D tier just because he's so easy to counter. He's so easy to counter. If you're not like gold or below, it's just so simple. You just shoot him or you direct everything in him. You break the shields and then he's dead, right? I don't think I've ever molded when the team brings out a Bastion unless it's like it's 2 CP. Comes out of spawn. You have no clue, and then he just mows you down. Like that's why he's not F tier 2 because he can do the surprise plays, right? But Bastion overall is just not that good. Doomfist. Okay, this is tough actually because Doomfist got a buff. With hit scans being worse, well not well yeah worse. With hit scans being not as strong as they used to be, heroes like Doomfist can kind of strive. I've seen him picked in Overwatch League a little bit. I feel like he's a strong pick, or maybe he's an okay pick. I don't think he's like quite up there. Like right, a lot of people, Diva's really good against him. Sigma's really good against him. Zarya's really good against him. I mean, Ash can dynamite, Coach can you, boop you away, just on fire. Monkey can't do too much to you, but Hog can do a lot to you. Orisa can do a lot to you. Like, there's a lot of counterplay to Doom, but I still feel like he can be quite good. I'm gonna move on. Echo and S tier pick, definitely S tier. I play a lot of Echo, She is my most played character by twice the second, my second played character. I can just tell you, if I'm not facing like double hit scans, Diva, and like on a BAP, I can just do a lot on Echo. Of course, the problem is a lot of the teams will kind of switch off to make it so you don't do as much. But if you get a Mercy, it's just so easy, just to destroy the team, especially if they're uncoordinated. When they get more coordinated, it's a bit harder. You have to play a bit more safe and smart, but still, Echo's quite a good character to destroy if you're good at her. She does take a decent amount of skill too, from what I've noticed, because I've been able to grow a lot. Genji, he did get buffed. Hit scans are worse. He got a rework, I guess, because he did get a slight nerf in the Dragon Blade, but I don't think that's all that good. I still feel like Genji is a super easy DPS to deal with. Like if you look at it, Sigma's good against him. Diva's good against him, I guess. Ryan can just swing. Zarya's good against him. Echo's good against him. Monkey's good against him. Doom's good against him. Hog can work. Like all those characters are really can do something against Genji quite well. And so I feel like he's an okay pick, but he's just not quite up there. Let's go to Hanzo. Oh, I feel like Hanzo might just be an S tier pick just because DPS damage falling off a lot more, and he can just spam. And if you're like a McCree or Ash, you can't really do as much to him because by the time you pump, like I was playing on, what is it, Volskaya, and I was playing McCree and Ash that game, and I got 3 headshots on him. He was like all the way in the back sight, and he had like half health, and I was kind of irritated. He just farted away, kind of, and it was fine. Junkrat, I hate this character so much. I think he's just such an unskilled, stupid character to have in the game, but I don't think he's even that good, except for the fact that if you play him on a couple maps, he's just stupidly overpowered. Like I'll give him C tier, but I think he probably is better than that. Just because if you run him on certain maps, you'll get destroyed. If you run him on certain maps, you'll destroy. It's sort of like Symmetra syndrome, but like a while ago Symmetra syndrome. Let's go on McCree. I don't know if no McCree's still an S tier character. I guess if you think about it, the game's playing a lot more closer together. Like you have Doom, Genji coming into the meta. You have like Ball's pretty meta. Ball Diva's pretty meta. McCree plays quite well into that. So yeah, McCree's probably a pretty good pick right now. Like really good. Like McCree's always been good, and I kind of hate that because he's such a simple character. It's just point click stun. Like Fan the Hammer, he's a one shot. His medium range kill potential, uh, a massive damage on headshot, fast fire rate. He has a good ult if you use it right too. People say his ult isn't good, but it's just how you use it. Okay, go on. Mei. I want to put Mei in strong pick again with the DPS damage falling off and hers still remaining. No touching to her, except for the many buffs she's been getting within the past months and months ago. I guess. Let's look at what she has. She has a good ult. She has self healing that you kind of don't use to heal, but you use to bait out abilities and stuff. She has a wall which can just obliterate the tank line or just separate off supports and stuff like that. She has a lot of CC. She has range damage. She just has a lot going for her. The only thing is she is a pretty close range hero, and she doesn't have like hit scan damage, which means Pharah, Echo, like McCree, those characters can get to her quite well. So yeah, Pharah. Ooh, okay. So Pharah is really good right now. Honestly, Pharah is my second most played character. I'm an Echo Pharah main, and I can just feel like with the hit scans being nerfed, it's a lot harder for them to deal with me, especially if you have a Mercy. Like Mercy is like another staple, and I just want to put Mercy in S tier just because I want to talk about her. Mercy is a very, very, very good pick right now. She has res, amazing. She has insane pocket potential. She's literally with the DPS being nerfed, the hit scans. You just stick a Mercy on an Echo or a Pharah if you are more leaning towards Pharah, I guess. And there's just like nothing other people can do about them if you're not dying as Mercy. And it's pretty easy to not die as Mercy, right? You have good movement. You're pretty hard to hit. You have self regen. So you just keep that person alive as they just brutally wreck the whole team. So yeah. And then you have Reds and decent healing, damage boost, like stuff like that. A good ult too. I mean, yeah. Mercy just has a lot going for her, and she makes other characters who have a lot going for them just way better. So yeah. Plus, she can play in a comp like Ball Diva, a pretty good comp, quite well, since she can go in between everyone and is quite a safe healer. Reaper, ooh, okay, Reaper. Honestly, I feel like Reaper is benefiting from many buffs that he's been receiving, and the fact that the game's been playing very close together. Like you have a lot of dive, you have a lot of just close range heroes and stuff like that. That I feel like Reaper is another strong pick now. He could even be meta pick. Honestly, I feel like I could just move him to meta, but it's just the fact that you have like McCree, Echo, Pharah. Yeah, no, I'm putting him back into A. It's just the fact that McCree, Echo, Pharah, those characters are being run all the time, and so yeah, I feel like he's a uh, if it wasn't for that, he would just be brutally murdering the meta. But you do have the air and you do have McCree that can stop a soldier. With this buff, I feel like he's quite a good hit scan. He still does decent range. He did get nerfed course, like every hit scan, but he does decent damage at medium to even slightly longer ranges. He can 10 shot, 5 shot someone now with his buff. Attack visor is actually overpowered now. Self healing, mobility, he has everything you need. Burst damage, stuff like that. Sombra. Okay, this just depends. Like Sombra is utterly broken if you use your mic. So I feel like I want to put Sombra there because Sombra's just utterly broken if you can use your mic. She just is so broken. EMP is broken. Hacks broken. Her damage is decent. The fact that she can shut down Sigma, Diva, Bald, even maybe Echo, make Mercy an easy target since she can't Guardian Angel, shut down Reaper. Like she can shut down Doom, Genji, Hog. The fact that she can just shut down every character basically, that's really good. Like is just makes her up there. The fact that she has get a jail free cards, free mobility, decent damage, just everything. She's just so good right now. Symmetra, she's another character that benefits from the game being played so close up. Um, as close up as it is right now, because she of course excels at close range. She beams you down. She's spam damage. She's turrets. I mean, TPs. She's good on quite a lot of maps. There's certain maps where you don't want to run her in, but just know that. Break her out on defense on certain maps. Break her out on control maps. 2 CP even. Symmetra's a good character, and I kind of like that she's good because I have a lot of fun playing Symmetra on certain maps. I don't think she's too broken, and I don't think she's like and I don't think she's like in a bad spot either. She's in a pretty good spot. Moving on to Torb. I hate Torb so much, but I feel like Torb is on the line from becoming like a really really good pick. Honestly, I want to put him in A with like Symmetra, just because he doesn't have damage fall off anymore. He literally has like an insane E, just become a tank with massive damage output. A turret. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna put him here. S tier. So no damage fall off. That's one reason, of course. He can just spam. He has an insane ult. Like I don't think people underestimate the power of his ult. It's just like I don't play Torb at all, but I know that whenever I face a Torb, that it's just his ult stupid. It's just what 160 damage a second if you're standing on it, and like it spreads out so much. And if you're in a choke, you die. If you're anywhere, you die. Basically, you can't. He'll like shoot it at cover, so you're kind of forced to stand in the open. Turret also with the hit scans being nerfed. I was playing Ash, and I play a lot of Ash and some McCree when I can't play flying characters because it's just I'm being shut down, and mainly Ash I play, but I do play some McCree, and it's just I was facing this one Torb, and it just took me forever to destroy his turret, and it was so annoying. But yeah, his turret's just it needs like health nerfs now that the most popular characters can't do that much damage at the range that the turret can. Also, I feel like it needs fall off too, just to its hit scan and all that. So Torb just a broken character in my opinion. He has an insane E. He has a massive damage close range, massive damage long range. He's just too good right now for the amount of skill he takes to. Tracer, another S tier pick. I feel like a lot of characters are really, really good right now. Like a meta picks, you just see so many characters, and that's a really good thing in my opinion. That so many characters can be played. Onto Widow, I think Widow's like Ash. So Widow just doesn't have as much utility, but it's like if you're good, then you can play her. But also you can be like a slightly less good Widow and still do stuff just by body shotting. Kind of player like McCree, force people to kind of hide, respect you, get into position, right? It's kind of a lot of value that you can get from Widow. But I feel like since you have a lot of Ball, Diva, Monkey, Echo, Pharah, like you can argue that Widow can shut them down, but so can they quite easily. Tracer, Hanzo and Torb and Sombra, they're like with Torb Hanzo just spamming you down and Sombra, like I feel like that just makes it quite hard to play Widow. Onto Ana, like the best support, if not like these two are just the broken supports. Like I don't think anyone. I never hear people complain about Ana, but I just think I love having her on my team, but I hate facing her. Just a nade, you're basically dead. They're just gonna follow up on you. Asleep, you're basically dead. They're just gonna follow up on you. Someone on their team gets nanoed, you're basically dead. They just gotta go get you. Like you nano a Blade, you nano a Ryan, you nano anyone, and if the Ana just does a good nano, then you're kind of screwed if the team plays well with it. So yeah, and then BAP, BAP insane heals, immortality field. Although a lot of people complain about immortality field, but I don't think I'm at the rank yet where it feels like it's super oppressive. Like, sure, I'm a diamond support, and I have used BAP a bit, so I do know that I do feel that it does save lives sometimes, but I feel like maybe I don't use it right, or maybe the BAPs I face don't use it right, or it just gets destroyed easily. So yeah, I feel like his main strength is that he can damage. He does insane damage. His insane ult build up, his insane ult, and his insane healing plus good abilities. Regen burst, which is anti dive. Basically, it's 150 health to him and 75 to anyone around him. Stuff like that. Brig. Oof, I don't know. I want to put Brig in S, but I feel like she might not be. You know what? With the game being played a lot closer, like I've been saying, Brig is a really Brig really benefits from that. You get so much value on Brig just by being alive at almost any rank, besides like the very top ranks, because they'll maybe just focus you out and make sure you die. Break your shield, and the Brig's pretty easy to kill. She's a pretty big target, which is probably why she had 250 health at the start. That and because they just wanted to break the game with her. So yeah, I do play a lot of Brig though. She is my main support. I do love Brig. She's a fun character. She's a strong character. Really good ult. Good heals. 55 healing a second for 2 seconds with her repair packs that she gets like 6 seconds and can stack up to 3. Inspire heal 15 a second for 6 seconds or something like that. Peel, decent damage, stuns. She just has a lot going for her. Yeah, that's Brig. Lucio. I don't like Lucio, honestly. I'm probably putting him in a wrong spot, but I feel like Lucio's like an okay pick. I just don't feel like, and this is probably coming from the fact that I'm a metal rank plus diamond player. Like I'm a low diamond, high plat player. So like you don't really see Lucio's potentials really shining as much. But like if you look at his strengths and weaknesses, like he has a good ult, right? But his healing's quite bad. And if you're facing like on a BAP, then you need healing to keep up with their healing. If they have a Reinhardt and they're running on a BAP, the Reinhardt's not gonna die if you're running like a Lucio, like Zen. Like your Reinhardt's not getting any healings, theirs is, and they're just destroying you, right? And I feel like sure if you run like Lucio Moira, Lucio BAP, it's good. You can rush into them, but it's just rush can be shut down so easily with a nade, and you just wanna. I don't know. I feel like honestly you want to run like either Mercy Ana, or I'm gonna drop Brig down to A just because I feel like you really wanna you wanna either have a Mercy Ana, Mercy Bap, or Ana Bap combo. Really, I don't think you really want Mercy Bap, and I don't think you really want. I don't think you really want Mercy Bap. But you do want Ana for the nade and sleep in the utility and the nano and all that other stuff, and you do want Mercy for like the res. But if you're gonna be running Ana Bap, it's hard to dive that too, because for the sleep and the regen burst and the immortality field and the nade too. But they also play a lot better together than say Mercy Bap. Mercy's gonna be pocketing someone, and I guess Bap can get good heals in, but like you really just I don't know. I just feel like I don't really even see Mercy Bap that much either. It's really a lot of Mercy Ana and Ana Bap. So that's why I'm saying that. But if you do run Brig though, it's she's like she's a more niche pick than these three. You can run these three whenever, wherever, kind of. But Brig is like if they're running Winston, if they're running Ball, if they're running D.Va, like she's good against the top picks, but she's also weak against the top picks. And so yeah, back onto Moira. I feel like she's the same as either she's probably the same as Lucio. I'll put her with Lucio. She's an okay pick, right? There's nothing wrong with picking Moira. It's just she's not getting the same value as other characters could be getting, such as a Baptiste or Ana. She has a really good ult. I would argue it's one of the better support ults if you use it right, just because it's basically gonna make your main tank impossible to kill if you keep it on him, right? It's like 100 something healing a second, or it's something near that, and it's gonna be attacking the enemies at the same time. But I don't know. I feel like it's hard to rank support ults because they're all just incredible, but hers is definitely one of the like top 5 out of the like 8 supports. How many supports are there? 7 supports. And next is Zen. I want to put him honestly A tier with Brig. It's like he's a niche pick. He's a more niche pick now that you have like heavier dive and like you have Ana, not Ana, but like Pharah, Echo, pocketed. You kind of want a main heal if you're going to be pocketing the Echo Pharah, and Zen's just not who you're going to want to be. Actually, I'll put him in B because of that. You really just every game from it seems like at least one of the teams you're fighting are going to be running either Pharah Mercy or Pharah Echo, not Pharah Echo, Mercy Echo. And so you really don't, if you're going to be running that comp, you don't want a Zen. And if you're going to be facing that comp, you might want a Zen, but it's like you'd probably rather on a Bap, right? Hit scan damage. So yeah, that is my tier list, and this was a very long tier list. So if you watched until now, thank you so much, and I guess you agreed with most of my opinions. Some of them sure aren't all that good. If you're a low rank player, you might not agree with some of them, like Bastion, Junkrat. If you're a high rank player, you might not agree with some of them, like Lucio or Zen, or like some of like the B tier picks and some of the A tier picks. But I feel like a lot of people can agree with that. Some of the tanks, support, CPS, like everything on here has some valid, some merit to the claim. So yeah, I think that's gonna be all for today, and bye.